What is the most resilient parasite in the known universe? Is it a bacterium, a virus, an intestinal worm? No. It is an idea, resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it is almost impossible to eradicate. An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks. But there is a problem. The human mind is a fortress. It is guarded by the most powerful sentry in existence, the ego. If you walk up to a man and tell him he is wrong, his ego lowers the portcullis. If you try to force your plan upon a colleague, their walls go up. Direct persuasion is viewed by the subconscious mind as an act of aggression. It is an invasion, and human beings are hardwired to repel invaders. So, how do you bypass the walls? How do you defeat the sentry without firing a shot? You don't invade the fortress. You let them open the gate for you. You don't sell them your solution. You make them believe they discovered it themselves. This is the art of inception. When you force a man to do your bidding, he will do the bare minimum to avoid punishment. But if you can plant a seed, if you can make him believe the idea was his, he will not just comply. He will crusade for it. He will bleed for it. Today we are not learning how to argue. We are learning how to become architects of the mind. The first method utilizes a flaw in the human operating system known as reactance. Reactance is the psychological motivation to regain a freedom that has been lost or threatened. When you tell a child, "Do not touch the cookie becomes the only thing in the universe that matters. Adults are no different. We just hide it better. We despise being told what we cannot do. The amateur manipulator begs, "Please, buy this product, it's good for you." The master uses the prohibition. If you want someone to take a specific path, you must gently forbid it, or frame it as exclusive and out of reach. Let's look at a high-stakes negotiation. You want a client to accept a risky, expensive strategy. Let's call it Option Omega. If you pitch Option Omega directly, saying, "You must do this," the client will list 100 reasons why it is too dangerous. They will fight you. Instead, you use the prohibition. You lay out safe, boring options. And then you say, "There is, of course, the Omega strategy. But honestly, I don't think your company is ready for that level of aggression yet. It requires a nerve that most boards just don't have. Let's stick to the safe plan." Pause. Watch what happens. You have just questioned their courage and attacked their freedom to choose. The ego screams. Suddenly, they are not arguing against the risk. They are arguing for their own capability. "We have the nerve," they will say. "Tell us about Omega." By pushing the idea away, you create a vacuum, and human nature abhors a vacuum. They will rush in to fill it. You didn't sell the idea. You made it a forbidden fruit, and they plucked it of their own volition. The second method is the illusion of choice, often called the double bind. The uninitiated mind sees the world in binary yes or no. Do this or don't do this. When you present a single idea, "Let's go to Italian for dinner," you trigger the binary reflex. The other person evaluates, "Do I want Italian? Yes or no?" You have a 50% chance of failure. The architect never asks for a yes or no. The architect offers a choice between A and B, where both A and B lead to the architect's victory. This is standard practice for elite doctors, hypnotists, and negotiators. Don't ask your team, "Can we have a meeting to discuss the new protocols?" This invites a, "No, we're busy." Instead, ask, "Should we review the protocols on Tuesday morning when we're fresh, or Thursday afternoon when things quiet down?" The brain immediately skips the question, "Should we meet?" and jumps straight to processing Tuesday versus Thursday. By choosing a time, they have accepted the premise of the meeting without ever debating it. Let's go deeper. You want a partner to agree to a difficult compromise. You say, "Look, we can do it the hard way, where we litigate for months and drain our funds, or we can do it the efficient way, where we settle this week and get back to work. Which do you prefer?" Technically, there are infinite other options. But by framing the universe as only having two paths, one painful, one efficient, you steer their free will exactly where you want it. They feel empowered because they chose. They feel in control. But they are merely rats running through a maze you built. The walls are invisible, but they are steel. Inception is not always a sprint. Sometimes it is a siege. This brings us to method 3, the gardener technique. The biggest mistake people make is impatience. They plant the seed and immediately dig it up to see if it's growing. They nag. They reiterate. Did you think about my idea? What about now? What about now? This kills the inception. True inception requires incubation. The brain needs to convince itself. The gardener technique works in 3 steps: the drop, the silence, the harvest. The drop. You state a what-if scenario casually, without attachment. You do not advocate for it. You merely wonder about it. I was reading about Company X. I wonder what would happen if we structured our marketing like that? Probably too radical for us, but it's an interesting thought. The silence. This is the hardest part. You must stop talking. Do not bring it up. Let 3 days pass. During these 3 days, the Zeigarnik effect kicks in. The human mind hates open loops. You opened a loop, what if, and walked away. The subject's brain will subconsciously chew on that loop, trying to close it. They will simulate the scenario. They will visualize the outcome. Because you are not pushing, their ego defenses remain down. The idea is bypassing the firewall because it looks like a stray thought, not a virus. The harvest. After the incubation period, you return to the subject, but you don't mention your idea. You talk around the problem again. If you did it right, they will say, you know, I was thinking, maybe we should try that structure you mentioned.
Or even better, they will forget you mentioned it at all. I have an idea. We should structure the marketing like Company X.
This is the moment of victory. You must not say, I told you so. You must not claim credit. You must look at them and say, that is a fascinating perspective. Tell me more. This leads us to the final and most difficult discipline. Attribution transfer. To be a true apex operator, you must kill your own need for credit. You must be willing to let others wear the crown that you forged. Dale Carnegie said it best. You can get anything in this world that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. And what people want, more than money, more than sex, is to feel smart. Attribution transfer is the act of taking your fully formed strategy and grafting it onto someone else's vague ramblings, then congratulating them for it. Your boss says something incoherent like, we need more synergy in the sales department. You know exactly what needs to be done. You want to implement a new CRM software. The amateur says, no, synergy is a buzzword. We need a CRM. The master says, you're right, that synergy is missing. I think what you're getting at is that we need a central hub to connect the team, like a CRM to create that synergy you mentioned. Is that what you pictured? Do you see the elegance? You took synergy, nonsense, and attached it to CRM, your goal. You asked, is that what you pictured? They will say, yes, exactly. They now own the idea. They believe the CRM was their manifestation of synergy. They will now fight the finance department to get the budget for their idea. You have transferred the attribution. You have turned them into your soldier by making them feel like a general. The world is full of loud people screaming to be heard. They are easily ignored. But the whisper? The thought that blooms from within? That cannot be ignored. Master these 4 methods. Use the prohibition to trigger desire. Use the illusion of choice to steer the path. Use silence to let the seed grow. And finally, sacrifice the credit to secure the victory. The best manipulator is not the one standing on the podium holding the trophy. The best manipulator is the one standing in the crowd, smiling, knowing he decided who won the race before the starting pistol was even fired.